She's quite lucky.
I know, the nice breeze.
Goeiedag en welkom nog een keer Kwarantynwyn in die tuin, saam met Elaine. And for today, we are once again visiting the region of Cederberg, if we can call it that, and today we're having the Driehoek Ludic Sauvignon Blanc 2019. Now, Driehoek is not a farm I'm really very familiar with.
Yeah, it's new for me as well.
It's the first time I have a bottle of this at home, so we are actually quite looking forward to this.
I haven't had a Sauvignon Blanc in ages as well.
Yeah,
well, it feels like ages.
Yeah, we are very Chardonnay heavy in this house, so it's also sometimes maybe nice just to break away.
Yes.
Sauvignon Blanc in general, well, here where we live in the northern suburbs, probably the most popular white wine, a great variety white wine that gets sold and drunk around here, usually very, very young. This is 2019, so it's nice to have just that little bit more time in the bottle. I find that it just relaxes the acidity
Yeah,
a bit.
it makes the world of difference for me. Like, I do prefer older Sauvignon Blancs.
And it's
So-
it's a preference. Some
Yes.
people like them young, some people like them older.
Yeah, it's really
some
down to what your palate likes. Yeah?
Exactly. In the end of the day, it's as long as you drink what you like.
Yes.
Now, Driehoek is in the Cederberg. Now, once again, Cederberg is about 200 kilometers north of Cape Town, almost want to say on the western side of South Africa. So a good 2.5 hour drive from here, and it is probably the highest vineyards we have in South Africa, with the whole Cederberg region being just over 1,000 meters above sea level. Now, the Driehoek farm has been in the Tuin family for 5 generations.
So impressive.
So, although it's one of the oldest farms in the Cederberg region, they've only started making wine since 2009. Their vineyards are fairly young. As far as I speak under correction, but as far as I know, the Sauvignon Blanc vineyard is about 14 years old currently.
So it's still a baby, technically.
Yeah,
Okay.
compared to all the other older vines that's out there. But beautiful, cool mountain air in the region, very rocky soils, I think will naturally also give you a quite natural high acidity in the wine as well. And then being cool, it just gives you that slightly longer ripening period, and almost want to say a bit more complex flavors that you get in the final product
Yes.
in the wine. Now, the wine is made by David Niewoudt of Cederberg Private cellar, which is right next door.
We have spoken about him before.
Yes, we had a Boekentraube
Yes.
quite a few weeks ago.
Yes.
And for Driehoek Farm, as far as I could see, they now make 3 wines from the property. The Sauvignon Blanc we're having today, but then also Shiraz, which David Niewoudt is also particularly well known for making some good Shiraz. And then also a Pinot Noir, which I'm actually now thinking, next time I'm going to try and get a bottle of that. 'Cause
Yes, yes. That's another one of our favorites, eh?
the wine itself, if you smell it, it is quite...
I smell guava, a lot of guava.
And it's quite, it's like tropical, it's guava. There's some gooseberries on there as well, but it's
Yeah.
only because I remember gooseberries from a kid and there was always some growing in the garden.
That's right. Yeah.
But it also, once you taste it, also has that acidity of gooseberries. I almost want to say, just before gooseberries are that perfect ripeness, sometimes they have that slight bit of sharpness. You never know what you're
Yes.
going to get there.
It's not quite sour, but it's got like a
freshness to it,
Yes.
a zing.
something in there.
Yeah, the wine definitely has quite a firm acid, but it's quite well balanced. There's a nice mid palate
Yes.
that comes through in the wine.
It also doesn't give you that sharpness under your ears there.
Yeah,
Or in
that's
your jaw.
that sometimes the
Yeah.
acidity can kick quite badly.
So it is balanced really nicely.
Yeah, there's a bit of lime, a bit more citrus flavors as well on the wine. Now, this wine is still dry, although it's got a lot of fruit flavors. It's not sweet. It's still beautifully dry, and this wine is completely unwooded. So, as far as I know, they do allow for a little bit of skin contact, but then fermented in stainless steel, and you sit with this beautiful, fresh, clean, dry
Yes.
white wine.
What would you pair this with?
Well, this is more for lighter style dishes. Maybe once again on the verge of seafood, maybe some lighter vegetarian dishes, not necessarily, maybe not too much on the soya side. So sushi can work, but don't sink the sushi in the soya.
Soya sauce, yes.
I think it'll lift out a nice little bit of that freshness from wasabi when you get that almost radish pepperiness from the wasabi can work quite nicely with this wine as well.
Would you use do like a Mexican corn salad? Eh?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, with the lime.
Chili.
Yeah, you can definitely do that. The wine definitely has a nice, almost want to say richness in the middle, so it should work quite nicely with something like that as well. I'll stay away from the heavier stuff. If you're going to have this with the brine, start with it while you're brine.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So, Cederberg, that beautiful, almost want to say conservation area up there, fantastic for hiking, for staying over. Well, there's loads of hikes and stuff.
Yes, it is.
That you can do
actually
there.
is like a little holiday destination. Eh?
No, but
a lot of people go up there.
But also, yeah, if you want to get away from civilization and technology, I don't think there's the best cell phone reception there. So if you want to get away from those office emails,
yes, that's the best place to go to. If you need a weekend away, put those phones away. Go to the Cederberg.
Yeah, at least you'll have wine to drink, and with wine comes company, so you'll at least be able to have some good conversation as well.
Yes.
So to the guys there at Cederberg and Driehoek, thank you very much for the wine. It's an absolute pleasure tasting this, and hope you guys continue making some good wines in the future. So from us, during lockdown still, stay safe. Cheers.
Cheers.